I'm David Nieuwoud from Cederberg. Today we visit my hometown, Clanwilliam. This is one of the 10 oldest towns in South Africa. The first Dutch explorers came here in 1660, and this became a sub-region in 1808 of the Western Cape. This is a fantastic village. This is the home of the rooibos tea in the world, and this is also the capital of the Namakwalan daisy. So we will visit a few amazing spots today, take you through a little tour through town, through the main street, up to the rooibos factory, and just show you where I grew up. And this is the place that I call home. We're sitting in the old church, and the Clanwilliam Wildflower Show is the highlight on the yearly calendar, where they've got amazing celebration of spring. And this is springtime, so what better wine to celebrate with the Cederberg Sustainable Rosé. This is sustainable viticulture at its best. No pesticides, no herbicides was used in this vineyard, and it's just a refreshing rosé with this beautiful candy floss, red strawberry, and just a refreshing clean-cut style of rosé, and bone dry. This is a real great summer refresher. So we had Rooibos Limited today. This is the heartbeat of Clanwilliam. More than 50% of all the rooibos in the world are processed in this factory. And we're glad to bring you the Ghost Corner Shira 2021 that you will receive in your spring box. This is just the second vintage of this amazing wine, a wine that got great acclaim last year at the International Wine and Spirits Competition in London. And it's that typical Shira style, peppery, spicy violets. Enjoy every sip. Cheers. I'm standing in the Strasbarger shoe factory. This is the oldest shoe factory in South Africa, dated back to 1834, nearly 200 years old, and this is in the heart of town. So if you smell a piece of leather, you can just think of Cabernet. So this is one of my personal favorites, the Cederberg Cabernet 2020, a beautiful vintage for Cabernet, very aromatic vintage overall. So on nose you'll find that cassis, cedar, wet, leathery flavor profile. The charm of this wine is the palate. It got amazing ripe tannin profile, and you can just taste this long hanging time of these beautiful grapes at very high altitude. We're standing in the old jail in Clanwilliam. This building dated back to 1808, one of the oldest buildings in town. And one of the free reds in the spring box. This is a blend of 60% Merlot, 40% Shiraz. So on nose you get that beautiful berry fruit of Merlot, and then on palate much more spiciness from Shiraz. Probably one of the best value versus price blends in South Africa. Enjoy this beautiful wine. On this rugby field I've played my first rugby match for the Clanwilliam Primary School under 6, where I was the wing. And on this field in the evenings we've played a lot of touch rugby, and it was a place of friendship. And this wine is a beautiful friendship between myself and Julio Bijon from Chile. This is the Longaví Sauvignon Blanc 2022 vintage, new, refreshing style, more that lemongrass, tropical fruit components, but the beauty of this wine is the texture on palate. So it's definitely one of those Sauvignons that you can keep for another 5 to 10 years. So for the last wine we move to Cedarburg Ridge, a beautiful 5-star hotel on the outskirts of Clanwilliam. So Ghost Corner Sauvignon Blanc 23. 23 was a very aromatic vintage. So Ghost Corner, as you know, is all the grapes is down from Cape Agulhas, or more the small wort of Elam. This is the kept secret for Sauvignon Blanc, and probably since the first vintage in 2008, the leading South African Sauvignon. So on nose you'll find that beautiful, more blackcurrant, nettle, slightly a little bit of canned white asparagus. But the charm of this wine again is much more the palate. It's rich, it's fat, it got this fantastic glycerol. So the spring box, the guide in the spring box is all about the flavors of the Cederberg. And this wine will pair absolutely beautifully with cookies, pepper dew and feta quiche. And you'll find the recipe and enjoy every sip, because this is a beautiful pairing with that dish. Cheers.